Welcome to our show, Hong Kong Brief. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of German automakers like VW and BMW, who are revving up their electric vehicle game at the China Car Show in a bid to win back market share. It's a high-stakes race against time and technology, and they're pulling out all the stops with dazzling displays and futuristic models. In another corner of the globe, the original Budweiser brewery in the Czech Republic stands as a testament to a 127-year-old legal tussle with Anheuser-Busch InBev. It's a saga of heritage, hops, and legal hops that's taken the beer battle from the US to Europe, and now Africa. Grab your popcorn, because this story has more twists than a Bavarian pretzel. Back in Hong Kong, the world of finance is getting a shake-up from private credit, disrupting the once cozy lives of traditional bankers. With banks tightening their belts, private credit is swooping in to fill the gap, offering a lifeline to businesses and a challenge to the banking status quo. It's a financial revolution that's brewing right under our noses. So, stay tuned for the detailed scoop on these stories. Please continue to watch for more in-depth coverage. In a vibrant display of resilience and innovation, German automakers Volkswagen, BMW, and Mercedes-Benz are making headlines at the Auto China show in Beijing, as reported by Bloomberg. Amid the electric vehicle (EV) revolution, these automotive giants are determined to reclaim their foothold in China's competitive market. In a striking turn of events, the German automaker's share of China's auto market plummeted to its lowest in 6 years in 2023, with local manufacturers seizing over 50% of the market share. However, Volkswagen is not backing down, showcasing a staggering 44 models, including 22 EVs, in a bold move to captivate the Chinese audience. BMW is also stepping up its game with the unveiling of its new E-Class SUV all-electric concept car, signaling a promising European launch in late 2025 or early 2026. This strategic push highlights the German automaker's relentless pursuit of innovation and their unwavering commitment to the Chinese market. Meanwhile, in the quaint town of Český Budějovice in the Czech Republic, an age-old rivalry brews, captivating beer enthusiasts and legal aficionados alike. The South China Morning Post delves into the fascinating 127-year legal dispute between Anheuser-Busch InBev and Czech brewery Budweiser over the iconic Budweiser name. Anheuser-Busch InBev's Budweiser, a household name in the U.S., finds its origins in 1870s St. Louis, Missouri. However, Budweiser stakes its claim to the name with a brewing tradition dating back to the 13th century. The legal saga, encompassing over 300 separate actions and spanning several jurisdictions, recently saw Budweiser triumph in Italy, ending a 20-year ban on its use of the Budweiser name. As the battle shifts to Africa, the rivalry underscores the global allure of the Budweiser brand, despite Budweiser's beer being outsold globally by a staggering 35-to-1 ratio. On the financial front, Bloomberg reports a seismic shift in Hong Kong's banking sector, courtesy of the burgeoning private credit market. Traditional banks, once the bedrock of Hong Kong's financial landscape, are facing unprecedented challenges as private credit emerges as a formidable contender. The advent of private credit is particularly disruptive in the realm of commercial real estate financing, where banks are increasingly reticent. Private credit, with its ability to underwrite billion-dollar deals independently, is rapidly filling the void left by traditional banks. This development not only signifies a pivotal change in how businesses secure funding but also threatens the long-standing dominance of Hong Kong's banking institutions. As private credit continues to gain traction, offering innovative fundraising methods and lucrative fee structures, traditional banks may find themselves at a crossroads, struggling to compete with the agility and depth of private credit. In summary, from the bustling auto show floors in Beijing to the historic breweries of the Czech Republic and the evolving financial corridors of Hong Kong, these stories highlight a world in flux. German automakers are redefining their strategies to captivate the Chinese market. A centuries-old beer feud captures the imagination with its legal intricacies, and Hong Kong's financial sector grapples with the disruptive force of private credit. Each narrative, rich in detail and significance, underscores the relentless pace of change and the indomitable spirit of innovation that shapes our global landscape. In a world that often seems divided by oceans of differences, the threads of human experience weave together stories of heartache, resilience, and the complex dance of international relations. From the bustling streets of Mexico to the quiet sorrow of an Australian home, and over to the high-stakes diplomatic corridors between the United States and China, these narratives unfold, revealing the multifaceted nature of our global village. In Mexico, a country vibrant with culture and tradition, a shadow looms over its reputation, as declared by Felipe de Jesus Gallo, the head of Mexico's Criminal Investigation Agency. According to an Associated Press report, Mexico has been dubbed the champion of fentanyl production. This assertion starkly contrasts President Andrés Manuel López Obrador's denial of any fentanyl production within the country's borders. Gallo sheds light on a concerning trend. Mexican cartels have not only mastered the art of methamphetamine production but have also taken their operations global, exporting these dangerous substances far and wide. This revelation opens a Pandora's box of implications for international drug policy and the ongoing battle against the opioid epidemic that ravages communities worldwide. Across the ocean, in the heart of Australia, a family grapples with a different kind of pain. The Sydney Morning Herald shares the poignant story of the late jockey Dean Holland, whose life was tragically cut short, leaving behind a partner and 4 young children. Instead of joyous wedding plans, his family commemorates the anniversary of his untimely passing. His mother, Belinda Holland, speaks of her son's legacy living on in his children, especially in one fearless son who reminds her so much of Dean. Amidst this personal tragedy, the strength and resilience of Holland's loved ones shine through, a testament to the enduring spirit of those left behind. Meanwhile, on the geopolitical stage, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken's trip to China sets the scene for discussions that could have far-reaching implications. As reported by Diplomat, Blinken's agenda is heavy with pressing issues: the China-Russia relationship, tensions in the Middle East, Taiwan, the South China Sea, human rights concerns, and the shadow of synthetic opioids. Washington's apprehension about China's support for Russia's defense industry underscores the intricate web of international alliances and adversaries. Blinken's mission to urge China to play a role in preventing further escalation in the Israel-Gaza conflict, along with expressing concerns over actions in the South China Sea and human rights abuses, highlights the delicate balance of power and principle that defines international diplomacy. Each of these stories, though distinct in their context and characters, shares underlying themes of challenge, resilience, and the quest for justice. From the personal to the political, they reflect the complexity of the human condition and the interconnectedness of our world. Whether it's fighting the scourge of drug production and trafficking, coping with personal loss and remembering loved ones, or navigating the treacherous waters of international relations, these narratives remind us of the enduring spirit of humanity in the face of adversity. In a remarkable display of philanthropy and social responsibility, the Hong Kong Jockey Club has taken a significant step towards alleviating poverty in Hong Kong with a generous donation of 720 million Hong Kong dollars, $91.8 million, to its JC Project Lift initiative. As reported by the South China Morning Post, this initiative is a beacon of hope for the city's low-income families, particularly those living in transitional housing. With 1/5 of Hong Kong's population living in poverty, the JC Project Lift aims to tackle this issue head-on by focusing on enhancing family capacities and developing sustainable livelihoods. The scheme is not just about financial assistance, it's about empowering families to become self-reliant. Through a comprehensive approach that includes a savings scheme and initiatives to improve employment aspirations and prospects, the project seeks to build confidence and self-esteem among the beneficiaries. Initially, 14,000 families across 25 transitional housing projects in Hong Kong will benefit from this initiative. The vision is grand, with hopes that the model can be replicated not only in other housing settings within the city but potentially overseas as well, showcasing a scalable and impactful approach to poverty alleviation. Meanwhile, tensions between the United States and China have flared once again over the human rights situation in Hong Kong. The South China Morning Post reports that Beijing has hit out at the U.S. following the release of a report by the U.S. State Department, which accuses Beijing of violating Hong Kong's political freedoms and autonomy. The Chinese Foreign Ministry's office in Hong Kong has lambasted the report, accusing the U.S. of smearing the situation in Hong Kong and meddling in its internal affairs. The response highlights the ongoing geopolitical tensions and the complex dynamics of international relations, as China defends its governance of Hong Kong against external criticism. The Hong Kong government has also opposed the report's claims, asserting that human rights in the city are protected by the Chinese Constitution and the Basic Law, signaling a firm stance against the accusations. In a different sphere of concern, the South China Morning Post brings to light a health scare involving spice products from India. Following the discovery of a cancer-causing pesticide in some spice products, which led to their removal from shelves in Hong Kong and Singapore, Indian authorities have launched an investigation. The Food Safety and Standards Authority of India is now collecting samples from spice brands across the country to ensure they meet the relevant standards. The pesticide in question, ethylene oxide, has been classified as a Group 1 carcinogen by the International Agency for Research on Cancer. This incident has raised alarms over food safety standards and the need for stringent quality control measures to protect consumers from harmful substances. In Hong Kong, the sale of food containing pesticide residue is banned, with strict penalties in place for offenders, highlighting the seriousness with which such issues are treated. These stories, ranging from philanthropic efforts to alleviate poverty, geopolitical tensions over human rights, and concerns over food safety, paint a complex picture of the challenges and initiatives unfolding in Hong Kong and beyond. Each narrative, while distinct, contributes to the broader discourse on social responsibility, governance, and public health, reflecting the multifaceted nature of global and local concerns in today's interconnected world. In the vibrant city of Hong Kong, a series of developments have unfolded, painting a picture of resilience, growth, and optimism in various sectors. From the enactment of the national security law to economic growth and the burgeoning accountancy industry, Hong Kong is navigating its path with strategic moves and forward-thinking policies. According to Regina I.P. Lau Suki, a top government advisor, Hong Kong has managed a soft landing with the implementation of its national security law, as reported by the South China Morning Post. This legislation, which has been a subject of international scrutiny, was met with a relatively gentle reaction from both the international and local communities. IP interprets this as an inflection point, signaling a conducive atmosphere for fostering exchanges between Hong Kong and the global stage. She highlighted this sentiment during the announcement of the inaugural Global Prosperity Summit, scheduled from 13 to May 15. The summit aims to be a platform for dialogue on international politics, scientific cooperation, and sustainable development, marking a step towards greater global integration for Hong Kong. In the economic arena, Hong Kong has shown promising signs of growth. Financial Secretary Paul Chan Imopa reported that the city's economy expanded between 2.5% and 3.5% in the first quarter of 2024, aligning with government forecasts. This growth, as detailed by the South China Morning Post, comes amidst challenges such as geopolitical tensions that continue to exert pressure on the property and stock markets. Chan emphasized the importance of green development and the digital economy as pivotal areas for future growth. He also reiterated Beijing's vision for Hong Kong to emerge as a hub for finance, innovation and technology, and trade, underlining the city's strategic importance in China's broader economic ambitions. The accountancy sector in Hong Kong is another area experiencing a positive trajectory. Despite a downturn in new share listings, the industry has seen an influx of young professionals drawn by the allure of emerging opportunities. The Hong Kong Institute of Certified Public Accountants, (CICPA), has witnessed a 10% increase in membership since 2018, buoyed by the growing interest among the youth in environmental, social, and governance (ESG) reporting, corporate governance consulting, and prospects within the Greater Bay Area. This uptick in interest, as reported by the South China Morning Post, is a testament to the dynamic nature of Hong Kong's economy and its ability to adapt and thrive amidst changing global trends. The accountancy industry, in particular, is optimistic about the future, with a heightened demand for ESG-savvy professionals and anticipation of a rebound in the IPO market, supported by mainland policies. These developments in Hong Kong, from its strategic handling of the national security law to economic growth and the evolution of the accountancy industry, reflect a city in motion. Hong Kong is not just navigating through challenges but is also seizing opportunities to cement its position on the global stage. Through initiatives like the Global Prosperity Summit and strategic investments in green and digital economies, alongside nurturing talent in burgeoning sectors like ESG reporting, Hong Kong is crafting a narrative of resilience and optimism. As the city continues to evolve, it remains a beacon of progress and innovation in the heart of Asia, demonstrating its unwavering spirit in the face of change. In a world where technology and automotive innovation intertwine, Swedish automaker Polestar, as reported by Bloomberg, has taken a bold step into the smartphone market, specifically targeting the Chinese consumer base. In collaboration with Xingji Meizu Group, Polestar has introduced a smartphone that not only boasts a sleek design but also promises seamless integration with their electric vehicles. Priced at a premium $1,019, this device runs on an adapted version of Xingji Meizu's Flyme Auto operating system, offering an unparalleled user experience for Polestar vehicle owners. This strategic move comes at a time when Polestar is navigating through the challenges of sluggish auto sales, having fallen short of their 60,000 vehicle target last year with only 54,600 deliveries. With an ambitious goal to revitalize sales through new models, Polestar has fortified its mission with nearly $1 billion in debt raised earlier this year, aiming to accelerate the rollout of these innovative offerings. Meanwhile, as reported by the South China Morning Post, Hong Kong is buzzing with anticipation as it gears up to welcome a staggering influx of at least 800,000 mainland Chinese visitors during the Labor Day Golden Week holiday. The city's leader, John Lee Ka-chiu, has highlighted the government's comprehensive preparations to ensure a smooth and enjoyable experience for the expected 5.9 million people crossing border checkpoints. From 1 to May 5, businesses across Hong Kong are joining forces to entice visitors with promotions, while meticulous planning is underway to manage the surge in tour groups effectively. A shopping festival in the Yau Tsim Mong district promises an array of discounts and perks, setting the stage for a vibrant holiday celebration. On a different note, the financial world watched with bated breath as the shares of Chinese bubble tea chain Sichuan Baicha Baidao, known as Cha Panda, experienced a dramatic plunge during their Hong Kong Stock Exchange debut, as CNN reports. The company, standing as China's third-largest retailer of freshly made tea drinks, saw its shares plummet by as much as 38% from the initial offering price of 17 Hong Kong dollars and 50 cents, $2.23, to a low of 10 Hong Kong dollars and 80 cents, $1.38, within the first 2 hours of trading. Despite this setback, Cha Panda managed to raise over $330 million from investors, marking it as Hong Kong's largest market debut so far in 2024. This event has sent ripples through the bubble tea industry, serving as a cautionary tale for other bubble tea makers eyeing the public market. These stories, spanning from innovative cross-industry ventures to bustling holiday preparations and the volatile world of stock market debuts, paint a vivid picture of the dynamic shifts and trends shaping our global landscape. Whether it's Polestar's foray into the smartphone market aiming to enhance the EV user experience, Hong Kong's strategic efforts to captivate a massive influx of visitors, or the cautionary tale of Chapanda's IPO, each narrative underscores the relentless pursuit of growth, innovation, and resilience in the face of adversity. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email,